Hello, this is Chuck from Aquatic Artists, and we are here to talk about fun, incorporating slides to any new or existing swimming pool. Here at Aquatic Artists, we offer 3 different types of slide projects to go on any new or existing swimming pool. The first category is our classic line of slide projects. These projects are more on a tight footprint, they don't take up as much room, and they're more for your budget-conscious consumer. The second category is our Deluxe line of slides. This is the middle category. These are more landscape slides. They're more built-in. You have to build your own set of steps going up to them, and they create sort of your own little miniature water park on your pool. The third category of projects is our ultimate line of slides. These projects are larger, they're more custom. The slides can be any size, any shape, and this is more for your personal water park in your backyard. They cover a larger area, a larger footprint, and these are more of a higher price point. So we're going to give you more details of the features and benefits of each of these projects. So here are some features and benefits of our classic slide projects. So we have a classic slide here, and as you can see, these features are pretty tall. The slides are around 8 foot tall, and they're very steep and tight. So the footprint of these structures tend to take up less room, so that's an advantage, especially in tight spaces. And another advantage is that they have a ladder. So the way you can access it is a ladder, so it's pretty self-contained. You can also add stone steps if you want to this project, which will reduce the height of the ladder. Generally, when we build these features, the waterfall ends up being 3 to 4 foot tall, and it kind of works in this space in here with a little bit of rock work on the right, and it could be around 15 foot wide. If you add the stone steps to it, it can end up being around 20 to 22 foot wide. So you can see the amount of space that these takes up. It probably takes up around 8 or 10 feet deep, so that it's not very deep. And this is more for our budget-conscious consumer. So here are some more features and benefits of our Deluxe line of slides. So as you can see here, this is one of our Deluxe slides. It sits about 6 feet tall and about 15 foot long. And it has it comes with steel supports that get anchored into a concrete footing. So that all gets anchored together, so when this is installed, it's not going anywhere. These slides are a landscape slide, so they're designed to be built in, and as you can see, you've got to build some sort of steps to get down. In most of our projects where we build natural waterfalls, you have to build a set of stone steps to go up to the slide entrance. Now, that's 6 feet tall, so you'd have to build a pretty substantial set of steps to get to them. So the steps are probably going to come out to here, about here where the steps would start, to get up to the slide area. Well, what that would mean is that from that point to the other side of that slide, these features end up being between 20 and 30 foot wide. So they take up a pretty significant area. In addition, this slide sits about 10 feet, 11 feet off the edge of the pool. So these structures could be anywhere from 15 to 20 foot deep. 20 to 30 foot wide, 15 to 20 foot deep. As you can see, these structures take up about twice as much square footage, about 300 to 400 square feet, as your classic projects. And that's great, because what it does is it creates a lot of space in this area to build beautiful waterfalls and creative rock work, and create a lot of planting spaces to naturalize this miniature water park that we would create. These projects, by the time you get done setting boulders and the crushed stone base that goes underneath them, because underneath all this is a compacted crushed stone base, it's going to be in excess of 100 tons of material that I'll bring into the yard. So this is like your miniature backyard water park. These projects are our most popular, and they're kind of our mid-price point. So here are some more details on our line of ultimate slide projects. So we set up a beautiful custom ultimate slide right here. This particular project is 8 foot tall and 25 foot long. Custom slides can be built any size, any length, and we've built them 50, 60 foot long. Just keep in mind, the longer the slide, the taller the slide. The taller the slide, the bigger the structure around it that you need to build to make it look built in and naturalized and make it look awesome. These particular slides have a concrete foundation that you pour concrete to anchor it all in so it doesn't go anywhere. This is also a landscape slide, so we're gonna build a beautiful set of stone steps to approach the slide, but because the slide's taller, the steps are bigger and the structure's bigger. The steps are probably gonna start here, right around here. Okay, they're gonna probably start around here, and they're gonna go up to the slide, but as you can see, from here to the other side of that slide is probably 30 feet or more. So these structures start around 30 feet wide, and this particular slide sits about 12 to 14 feet off the pool. So this entire structure is 20 to 30 foot deep. So 30 feet wide, 20 plus feet deep. These structures take up anywhere from 6 to 800 square feet. So they cover a really large area. They're actually twice the footprint as the Deluxe slide projects because of the size of the project. This is great because it creates a lot of space in here. You've got a big structure, it creates a lot of room to be creative, to do big, beautiful boulder work, creative waterfalls, and create planting pockets throughout to naturalize it. These projects can utilize up to 200 to 400 tons of material by the time you get done with the boulders and all the crushed stone base that's compacted to support all this, and topsoil. So this is truly your backyard water park. These are on the high end of our price point, but can be custom designed to any project. So this video is how to address the back side of a slide project. So this right here is one of our Deluxe slides. And let's just say that this was the edge of the pool, this white vinyl deck. And let's say this was the edge of the pool and the slide was going into the pool and it came here. So the one overlooked area that you want to think about is the back, right? So when this slide gets put in, you got a slide that's 6 foot in the area. How are we going to address the back, right? So you really got two options. One is we could slope it off with, because now you're going to have your steps here. Your steps are going to go this way. So now you got two options. One is you could slope this off with topsoil and create a planting bed, right? That's a more cost-effective way to do it. You slope it off and you create like a big landscape berm that you put some plants in, and it looks pretty. Now, the downside of that is that it takes up room, which may or may not be an issue depending on the layout. If this takes up another 10 or 15 feet, okay, if you have a tight yard or a tight setback or something there, then doing that slope, you might not have the room. But if you have the room, then just slope it off. If you don't have the room, then the other option is building a boulder retaining wall using the same kind of boulders that we use for the waterfalls on the front, all this cool boulder work and the steps that come down. Use the same boulders and build a boulder retaining wall across the back. So obviously there's a cost associated with building a wall, so there usually has to be a reason to do it, right? It could be the look. Some people like the look of it, they don't like the slope. Another reason could be space. You don't have the space back here. You know what I mean? It's really, you have a tight property or a tight setback or something like that you need to build the wall because you don't have the room. The third thing could be if there's something back here. Like, is the pool equipment back here? Is there a shed back here? Is there something back here that you can't slope the dirt into, so you got to build a wall? So it's just something you want to consider when you're building a slide project. And here's an ultimate. The bigger the slide, the more of the wall and the more of the slope, like in our last discussion. This is an ultimate one. It's even taller. So your slope's going to be bigger, or your wall's going to be bigger. Basically the same version of what I just said, just magnified. So when it comes to installing slides in your swimming pool, there's been a lot of discussion about steps, rock boulder steps, rock waterfalls, this and that, which is a lot of what we do. We do have another option. We also built standalone carpentry deck steps to our slides, which are more like a carpenter would build, right? They're very clean lined, right? They're clean, they're simple, and could work really well on a formal pool if that doesn't work with boulders and rocks. It could also work really well for a renovation because there's a lot less disruption installing carpentry steps than there would be with boulders and rocks where you need equipment. And the third thing is that it could potentially be a cost saving, especially on bigger slide projects. When it comes to building rocks and boulders and rock steps, there's a lot involved in doing that, and there could potentially, if you did a carpentry set of standalone steps like deck steps, that it could be more cost effective on your bigger projects. We have developed a new line of formal marble waterfalls. Any of our slide projects could also be incorporated with this new line of beautiful marble water features. This could also be a great opportunity to incorporate our standalone steps that complement clean line formal pools. So that's an explanation of the features and benefits of our different types of slide projects. So feel free to call us at the office or shoot us an email if you want to discuss further or talk about your next project.